Hello everyone, my name is Weizhi Chen. I am a PhD student in Business Data Science of the New Jersey Institute of Technology, and also I am a lab assistant of Business Analytics Laboratory. Due to the development of technology, everyday data generated by individuals are able to be collected and to be made a use of. This advancement gives business and companies a better option and method to study their consumers, competitors, the market and the world. Nowadays, you might have heard of big data, data mining before, and they are the utilization of data. And they are the methods that turn raw data into meaningful aspects. The program of Business Data Science aims to educate students to perform and work in a rich data environment. Therefore, the Business Analytics Laboratory opens to students for wider access to plenty of data analytical softwares. I myself is a lab assistant of Business Analytics Laboratory. My duty is to assist the professors with the utilization of the lab and the softwares, and more importantly, I will help students with the data analytical softwares. There are many different analytical softwares installed in the lab, and for students to use for free, such as Access, SAS, SPSS, R, and so on. Our lab assistants, including me, will help students with analysis by using the softwares. We also run software workshop for about the softwares, and including SAS, SPSS, Access, and Excel for students who have an interest to learn more about the softwares and have an understanding of how to do analysis on these softwares. Among the softwares I just mentioned before, SPSS is a very popular and statistical analysis software for social science. It is often used by business and researchers and academia. SPSS itself stands for Statistical Package for Social Science. It is an important, useful tool of running descriptive statistics, prediction modeling, and other add-on data mining procedures such as the Support Vector Machine. As companies value data generated by users today, there are many companies and businesses that are collecting data and analyze data to get a better understanding of the consumers. A retail bank in Europe has collected the data from more than 4,500 individuals that they have contacted with to study their potential behaviors to engage in a term deposit. So how to utilize the data will be a key question. Today I will run a demo on SPSS to see what are some of the insights that we can get from the data that can help the bank to determine who are the targets and how to do to attract those people. So first of all, let's open SPSS and the dataset. So here is the SPSS and the dataset. So we can see we have 15 attributes. The last one is the dependent variable. The others are potential factors. And to get a better understanding of the demographics, we first of all run a descriptive statistics on their age to know their age range. So move age here. So we can see that we have around 4,521 participants, and the minimum age is 19, maximum age 87, and the range is 68, and the standard deviation and also the mean age. This is what we can get from descriptive analysis. And also, I want to know something about their job distribution and marital status. So since they are normal scale, which is categorized, so we can only use the frequencies. So we know that we have more people who are in management, blue collars, technicians, and also administrations. We can know the frequency, which is how many people in each group and their percentage. Also here, we have more people who are married. And also SPSS gave you a visualized pie chart here. You can see more visualized result. So next, we want to know more about their what's the difference between each group what's the difference of their opinions or their intentions to make a deposit of each group of the job. So we run a compare means one with ANOVA. We put the dependent variable, which is their intention to or their actions of subscribe a term deposit here. And also we put a factor, which is the job here. So we can see the overall test is significant because it's less than 0.05, which means there is some findings. Then we look at each group. I minus j, which means this group's mean minus this group mean. And if it's significant, there will be a star here. And if it's negative, which means this group has a smaller mean or lower mean than this group. So for this one, we can know that people who are in administrations have a lower interest mean than people who are retired. So this gives us a better understanding of what kind of people we are targeting, we should target. So for each one, it means that blue colors have a lower interest than the people who are in management, such and such. This is the result from our ANOVA. And to have a more relational test, we make a regression. Since our dependent variable is 0, 1, we use the binary logistic. Still, we put the dependent variable here. And also this time I put age as a first step, which is the control variable. Next step is the other variables, but not the one that are nominal scale or categorized. So from the table, we can see that the first step, the age is significant, which means, and the beta is positive, which means when people or older people have more interest in to make a deposit. However, when we put other factors together, age is no longer significant, but we have some significant result, which is the beta is negative, which means it's a negative relationship. So which means when people are having a housing or personal loan, they are less likely to make a direct deposit. And the duration is how long they have been talked on last contact, which means, and it's positive, which means when people are talk more on last contact, they are more likely to make a direct deposit. And we can still see that previous is significant. It is how many contacts make before this campaign. So which means when people have been contacted more times before the campaign, they will have more interest to make a direct deposit. So all the tests give us some insights about who to target and how the bank should contact their consumers. So this is how the statistical analysis and SPSS do for business, so they can get a overall insights or overall understanding of their customers or consumers by using descriptive analysis, and then have more insights on their behaviors and their potential behaviors by using regressions. So thank you for your attention to today's SPSS demo.